So this building was built in 1906, and Judge Norcross lived here. He was a Supreme Court justice. And then it had several owners, a lot of lawyers, and so it's kind of fitting that now it's about justice for children that have been victims of crime.
I looked at it more as like, it was like, how could you not support a cause like this? That was more kind of a personal thing. I said, how could you say no to this?
Now it's August 11th and it's our opening day, so less than 2 years. That's pretty good to get a place ready, get a team. We've already been interviewing kids, and here we go.
This center is instrumental for the community because it allows children a safe place to talk with a certified forensic interviewer who works with law enforcement about the abuse, neglect, of all different types that they have suffered, so that we can move forward within the criminal justice system to provide the best help that we can to each of those children who have been harmed.
Today's celebration is such a unique opportunity in the history of our community and of our region. Today we're kicking off the Child Advocacy Center grand opening. Such a critical piece of so many agencies working together to do a common thing, and that's attending to the well-being and safety and the health of the victims of abuse. This is a tremendous step forward, put forward by Jan and her group to really pull in all of the resources together and begin a project stride by stride.
When Sheriff Ken Furlong and I sat down and discussed this project originally, we had a very ambitious timeline. We wanted to get this desperately needed resource into Carson City as fast as possible. I know I didn't, and I don't think Sheriff Furlong either knew exactly what we were getting into when we started the effort. There were a lot of moving parts. And then once we met Jan Marson with the Serving Our Communities Foundation, she introduced another concept alongside the CAC that we hadn't considered, and that was wraparound services for the victims that would ultimately come through the CAC. So when we introduced that kind of prolonged our ambitious timeline, but it was for the better, because it's better to get it done right than to hurry it and launch something that wasn't truly ready. So now we have a gateway to not only helping our victims here, but to helping their families afterwards and serving the entirety of the community, rather than just focusing on the singular event of the investigation like we had originally thought we were setting out to do.
So before we had the Carson City Rural Child Advocacy Center, if a child needed to be interviewed, it would take place in Washoe County. Sometimes we could have a wait list of up to 6 weeks. And since it's such an instrumental, important service, we decided to start the process here. And it has taken a lot of work. First, getting the right people in the room. It takes a full team of industry experts in order to represent every part of this process, but then also finding the right charities and community support from Jan Marson, the Serving Our Communities Foundation that helped us get the wonderful building that we're in today, which will be a great, safe place for children. Anytime you open a new facility that benefits children, there's always going to be obstacles. There's lots of things that have to be done, from working through simple aspects of licensing to ensuring that our center is going to follow best practices so that we can ensure that we take a trauma-informed approach to help children in the best way possible.